Alrighty. Fleur de Lis. Tim, is that alcohol
What? No, of course
on
not.
this family-friendly show?
It's not. It's a Red Bull.
Oh, okay. You know,
New
I'm
flavor.
more of a Monster guy, I have to say.
See, I never got into Monster. I tried it, I think, one time.
The sugar-frees are the ones to do.
Okay, I'll have to try that.
The pink and the white are the two best ones.
They are. I like the watermelon one as well.
You would like the watermelon one.
Not sure what that's supposed to mean.
I don't know either. But not Astros. Clearly, that's what's on my mind right now.
That's the first thing you want to talk about? Is the Astros?
I'm trying not to talk about them. They're stressing me out too much right now.
Yeah,
so sorry about. I'm
no
trying
hitter ever.
Yeah, I mean that was cool. The night before was not fun. The game right now is stressing me the hell out. So Verlander's on. Verlander's terrible in the World Series. There you go, Joey. I don't know. So, but yeah, I'm trying not to overreact. I'm keeping calm for that one. Oh no. Fumble. I like the red, Tim. I don't know about it. I will say it doesn't quite match their jersey, but I like the red if they can change their jersey a little bit.
Yeah.
Let's see. UL. Well, we were still recording when that game was going on.
Jalen.
I don't know what's going on with the Cajuns. I guess I'll eat. Well, still it's bye week, so no LSU comments there.
Not this
for
week.
Previous week. Boomer, Joey, did they win?
This past week,
I think they did. Yeah, Iowa State.
I'm always behind on looking at scores.
You are a terrible fan.
He even said before we recorded, he's like, I'm going to have everything pulled up this time. I'm going to be ready.
Yes.
He wasn't expecting you to ask him about Oklahoma.
It's part of the intro.
Well, it's my excuse, right? I was distracted last week. So
that's fair, and we did miss you. It was a bit of a slow episode. Also, just because I was depressed because the Saints were.
Very depressed.
Were the Saints playing also last Thursday?
No, that was 2 Thursdays ago.
Okay,
yeah, but say the Saints really
did well.
They dominated. They dominated.
24-0.
Yeah,
I think it was because the Astros were also playing. I think that was game 1. I want to say
game 1 was Friday.
Then I don't know.
Just UL.
I thought.
Just UL.
Dang, and they brought me down that bad. Wow. Also, Joey, you missed it. Those peppers were absolutely terrible.
Too hot.
The one I had, it felt like I had 2 again.
It felt like you had 2?
Yeah, it felt like I was eating 2 again.
Some random pepper that someone gave.
It was just a random pepper someone gave my wife, and they're like, "It's a habanero."
Didn't look like one.
It was not ripe enough yet. Okay, I got 2. The other one did turn like a yellow, like habanero color, but I threw it away because I didn't want to air an incident with the peppers.
That is very important.
So
I want multi-peppers.
What else am I here to overreact? Pelicans, they're going to the freaking NBA Finals. Am I overreacting?
Yes.
No.
No, not at all.
No.
Absolutely not.
Once BI comes back, man.
Oh. I mean, it was BS. We freaking lost to the 1-5 Lakers in overtime last night.
I mean,
I was about to say,
3-point shot was insane.
I'm blaming the time zones. Aaron can relate to time zone issues. So
I will get it right eventually. Sorry, guys.
So, they were playing the West Coast. They didn't start till like 10:30 Eastern. So, they were tired probably by that point.
Just make sure, Aaron, you set your clocks back this weekend.
No, set
on the 6th. You fall back.
Fall back.
Spring forward, fall back.
You should set yours ahead, Aaron.
Just leave your clocks as they are.
Just don't change your clocks. For those that missed it, so we were texting each other in our little group chat, and we said, all right, normal. Joey thought it was at 8, but we normally start at 8:30. This is an Eastern time, we normally say these times. But Aaron misunderstood. He's with his time zone struggles sometimes. He went to go get food, and then we had to wait an extra 10 minutes. So very inconvenience, or whatever. It was inconvenient.
It's all good, Aaron.
But I don't care. So
It's all right.
Overreacting, me always. A lot to overreact about. Can't put it into words because Astros. Here, I'll overreact to the Astros. Why are we freaking playing this close to the Phillies? They're like 80. They only won like 86 games in the regular season. Their pitching is terrible, and I blame Verlander, honestly. So
There you go.
stop pitching the white guy. So yeah, Tim.
Yeah.
It is time for trivia.
Let's go.
With Tim.
I found a lot since it was the initial college football playoff rankings. I got like 3 questions about the playoff rankings. So I was
Let's
like,
do
oh,
it.
that's
Let's
interesting.
Let's do it.
So let's go. The first one will be NFL because this past weekend, Christian McCaffrey scored a passing touchdown, a rushing touchdown, and a receiving touchdown in a single game. When is the last year that a player did that?
Dude, I saw this. Stat.
I saw it too.
I was
I
like,
I didn't see the player. I just have the year. But
was it? You can go first, Joey.
I'm gonna guess later than you are probably. I'm gonna guess 2001.
Okay.
I'm going 2018.
Okay.
I'm going 2005, and I want to say it was a Miami Dolphins player.
Yeah, I'm guessing mine was OBJ.
My guess was,
It was-
LaDainian Tomlinson.
We have a winner. I again don't know the player, but it was 2005
Oh, Aaron.
last
Nice.
time. So good job, Aaron,
Nice.
pulling that out the hat. All right.
Good job, Aaron.
So the initial college football playoff rankings just came out. When was the last time the number 1 team in the initial college football playoff rankings was not Bama, Georgia, Clemson, or Ohio State?
It didn't feature any of them. Those 4 teams.
No, just number 1 was not any of those 4 teams.
I know the inaugural one was 2014. It was Mississippi State with Dak Prescott as the quarterback. And that's the only one that I can think of off the top of my head was the inaugural one, that it wasn't one of those.
Wait, are you asking for specifically just the first one or any ranking?
Just the number 1 ranking. The first one, number 1.
So the first, the week 1 ranking is what I'm
Correct.
saying. Okay, gotcha.
You're saying, oh, I don't understand the question.
Like when the college football rankings are released for the first time at this point after the season, when was the last time that first one released in the season?
It was not one of those 4 teams.
Okay, and then bonus points for if we guess the team. I'm assuming.
Yeah, bonus points if you can say the year, and then bonus points if you can get the team. And
And mine
Aaron
was
said the playoffs. The playoffs started in 2014, so you can't say a year before that.
And yours was 2014 Mississippi State. That's a good guess. I remember the Dak train was rolling.
I'm known. I will always remember that.
met Bama.
Yeah, it was like until they met Bama. I just will always remember that stiff arm he had versus LSU.
Yeah,
that was
bad.
heard around the world, especially because I went to the same high school as Dak. So
Oh, okay.
Yours middle school blind left tackle.
it was.
I'm gonna go.
I'm gonna say, oh no. LSU didn't take the number 1 until after they beat Bama.
I want to say it was Florida State, but that was BCS. I don't think they ever got to number one because they were in the inaugural playoff, I believe, and they lost
Yes.
to
Yeah, they
were.
Oregon.
It was the year
Yeah.
after they won the national championship
Yeah.
with famous Jameis.
Oh,
So they
I'm
still
just
went
gonna go.
undefeated that year.
I'm gonna go. I don't like that.
I know I don't like any of these answers.
2019 LSU, but
I'm gonna
like
say a
that answer.
2019 LSU as well.
That's what you're going with too, Joey?
Yeah.
All right. Aaron, 2 for 2.
Dang!
What's
It
up?
was 2014
Wow.
Mississippi State.
Ah,
That Aaron's cheating.
I knew as
The
soon as you said it. As soon as you said it, I was like, "Oh, that's a really good answer."
That's the only
Dang.
time one of those 4 teams was not number 1 until this year because Tennessee. But
You know what, Mississippi
Yeah.
State? They'll always have that. They'll always have
they will.
that one piece of.
That the year, I think it was like number 1 Mississippi State, 2 Alabama, 3 like Ole Miss. It was insane.
That year?
Insane.
Okay. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, because I
Until they
remember
all-
there was
until they all
times
had to
where
play each
people
other.
being like, how could 3 of the top 4 be in the same conference? Yeah.
Yeah, and
No,
everyone's
not
like,
the
just
same
let
conference, same division.
Yeah. It'll say like, just let it play out. Like, I mean, this
Yeah.
year's the same way. Like, we're gonna let them
Right.
play out, and
So-
they'll be fine.
If Tulane has the better record than all of the SEC West schools, should we let them in the SEC championship game? For old time's
Wow.
sake?
Wow.
You think they're gonna have a better record than all the SEC West schools?
I think they're undefeated so far still.
You think they're gonna stay undefeated?
I mean, who they got left? Just
I was saying,
UC?
like, I don't.
Yeah, but you never know. They slip up a game.
I looked it up. I would like to claim half a point for one of your questions earlier because it was 2005, and the last person to do it was
Was LT?
Ladainian Town. So
Dang, half point awarded.
You can have half
Thank
a
you.
point. You can have half a point.
There you go.
All right, moving on. So, Georgia, defending champion, ranked number 3 in the initial rankings. Who is the only defending national champion not to be ranked in the top 5 of the first college football playoff rankings of the year?
I'm gonna go Ohio State. That's my guess.
that was my guess
Give you a
too.
year.
That was the inaugural year, so 2014,
Yes.
the inaugural season.
So it'd been 2015 is what you're talking about.
2015.
The
Like
next
the
one
defending
after.
champion. Like
I'm
the year
actually
after that.
Yes, sorry, that's what I meant.
now. I don't think Tim would have done this, but I'm gonna go 2020 LSU.
Oh, that's a good one.
Huh?
I'm pretty sure Aaron's cheating.
Right though? As soon as you hear him say it, you're like, damn, that's a good answer.
Joey?
He
got a
knows
guess?
he's right. He's cheating. He's Googling these answers.
Dude,
I'm gonna
I
go-
said it.
we're
I
gonna-
said it within like 15 seconds. You guys have seen me text. Like it takes me a minute to say, and like I'll be there in 15.
I'll go with LSU 2020. Yeah.
Okay, well, 3 for 3. Aaron.
What's up?
It was 2020 LSU. They were unranked in the initial playoff rankings because
Unreal.
we were trash in 2020.
I was like,
We were
'cause,
so bad.
Don't
So-
forget 2021 too, Tim.
What are you talking about? I don't know. What are you talking about?
It's okay.
We beat Florida that year. Went to a bowl game. Beat A&M.
That's true. I guess.
Do we really
So-
Do we really celebrate those though? Like, I mean, not we because
I mean,
I'm not an LSU fan, but
Considering we were projected to lose both of those, yeah, I'd say it's pretty good.
Fair enough.
I
All
guess
right,
that's
my last one doesn't really have to do with the initial playoff rankings, but there have been 49 college football playoff polls since the playoffs started. How many different teams have been ranked number 1 at least once throughout the entire playoffs?
You said it's
how,
40.
how many teams have been ranked number 1?
How many teams have been number 1 in the playoff era?
in any
Basically.
in any playoff ranking.
In any polls, yeah,
I'm gonna say.
49.
Sorry.
out of 49.
Out of the 49. Okay.
I'm gonna say 9.
I was gonna go 12.
I'm gonna go 7.
Are we playing Price is Right rules? Timeout.
It doesn't matter because Aaron got it right.
No, Aaron.
It was 7, exactly 7.
He's cheating. He's cheating.
I
Gotta
just
be
literally
cheating.
saw my hand.
Yeah, but that was after he asked the question.
No, but I mean, think about it. You break it down. Like, I mean, you got Clemson, Ohio State, Alabama, and who's the other one?
Georgia.
The big one, Georgia. And then, like, you just assume that 3 teams have done something else.
LSU,
Mississippi
Mississippi State,
LSU, Mississippi State,
Tennessee.
Tennessee is the
I
next.
could have sworn
Wow.
there was at least
So
another.
until this week, it was only 6.
Yep.
Wow.
And let me tell you, just the time. Alabama has been number 1 24 times.
Yeah,
The next one is Clemson, who has been number 1 8 times.
8.
Wow.
Georgia 7, LSU 3, Mississippi State 3, Ohio State 3, and Tennessee 1.
Wild. Unreal.
Real.
Interesting.
I'm going to buy me a lotto ticket. Like, I mean, come on.
You should.
Wow, man.
Or I
A
just
perfect
watched
4.
way too. Yeah, never gonna happen again.
No.
You'll always have this week.
Mm-hmm.
Love it. Well, Tim, those were some good trivia questions, especially for Aaron. Good job, Aaron. Very good job. Leads us to our next trivia segment. Now with Joey, with our Leading the League with
All
Joey.
right. Thank you for specifying, Andy.
Yes. My pleasure.
All right, so I've picked out a category for us to talk about here. I've actually got 2. This first one, we're going to talk about who is leading the league in the NFL in this category, and I want you guys to talk it out. Spitball. Try to name. I'll tell you if you get someone in the top 10, and then see if you can put your minds together and get to the number 1 answer. So this first statistical category that we're going to talk about: who is leading the league? Who's leading the NFL in yards per touch? So every time they touch the football, they gain the most yards in the NFL.
Is there a minimum that we?
Let's say minimum 50 touches.
Okay.
50. Okay, so not just kickoff people then.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going with. I was like, is it? So this should be a trick question.
No.
Does he play in the NFC?
Yes.
It's like 20 questions.
Does he play for the NFC North?
I'm not going to answer any more questions.
Oh, you're going Saquon Barkley, aren't you?
No.
No,
They're
that's
not in
not
the North.
That's not North. Sorry. Was that
I'm
the
going
South?
Ahmad St. Brown.
Ooh,
touch the
no,
ball?
he was knocked out though of a game, so he would have lost. Well,
I
I guess
guess lost
this yard per-
touches, but if he
Yeah.
maybe would have had 50 touches.
That's a lot.
On
Though. I'm thinking like
average,
running back.
Most yards per touch. Yeah. Are you thinking running back? Are you thinking wide receiver?
It's
Are you
got to
thinking
be wide
quarterback?
receiver.
yard per, like, just anytime they touch the ball, not a catch or a
Yeah, just anytime.
a run.
A catch
Deep.
or a run. Yes.
Or Debo.
He hasn't been as explosive this year, I feel like.
Is it no, it's not Hines for the Buffalo Bills now.
No, because they said NFC.
Yeah. I'm going to
Could
go
it be
Saquon Barkley.
Saquon Barkley is your answer, Aaron?
That's my
I feel like
answer.
that's too easy.
Tim?
I should go with Aaron because he's on a hot streak right now. But shoot. I'm gonna go.
I'm gonna change mine once. I'm changing mine to Austin Eckler.
I'm gonna go. He's not in the NFC.
Oh shoot, you're right.
I'm gonna go AJ Brown for the Eagles.
That's a
then
good one.
I'll stick with Ahmad St. Brown.
Okay, so all three of your guesses are not in the top 10.
Oh,
Holy
damn it.
cow!
Dang.
Jeez.
Not in the top 10.
The top 10 are dominated by exceptionally high usage skill players. So, who do you think has an exceptionally high usage as a skill player? Like someone the
It's not
offense
Taysom.
goes to 40 to 50% of the plays.
Christian McCaffrey.
Christian McCaffrey is not in the top.
Taysom Hill.
Taysom Hill is not in the top 10.
Oh,
Damn.
More
Are any of the
usage.
players? Are there any
What
players?
what division?
Oh,
NFC.
fine.
I want
Fine, you know
like
what?
say some player like wide
I
receiver,
mean, you got
running backs.
you got to give us a hint. You got to give
Joe
us a
Burrow.
hint. It's not the
That's a
NFC.
lot. There's so many
the
things
number
wrong
one
with that
position.
answer.
The number one position is in the NFC, but 2, 3, and 4 are in the AFC.
Gabe Davis for
Nope.
the Buffalo Bills.
Not in the top 10.
Stephon Diggs.
Stephon Diggs is number 2.
Okay. Got close.
Justin Jefferson.
Justin Jefferson is number 1.
I
Dang.
was
That is
thinking
our
about
winner.
it.
14.2 yards per touch.
Right. He's on my fantasy team. Let's go. I lost this week, but fine.
So the top 5 are all stud wide receivers. It's Justin Jefferson at number 1. Number 2 is Stephon Diggs. Number 3 is Tyreek Hill. Number 4 is Jamar Chase. You were close with Joe Burrow. And number 5 is Cooper Kupp. And then to round out the top 10, you mentioned Deebo Samuel's in there. Lamar Jackson is number 9 at 7.4 yards per carry. And then Breece Hall cracks the top 10 at 6.9 yards per carry.
Oh.
Well, he's
Not
not
for
moving
long.
anyway. I must say he's not.
He'll be out of there pretty fast.
Who? Sorry, I missed it.
Just like his
Brees Hall.
kneecap.
Who?
Breece Hall from the Jets.
Oh,
Shoot.
yep. Rip. Wow, good question. That was a tricky one. You made that hard, Joey, and I like it.
All right, so this next one is that's why I wanted to separate these two out. This is like a kind of a totally different thing. So this next one is who is leading the league in the NFL in kick return yards? Which player has the most kickoff
Jeez.
return yards in the NFL?
I don't even know who return kicks for most of the teams.
Can you
Did
name-
he?
Raheem Shaheed.
Did he used to play in the is it the XFL or whatever that last one was?
Let me look it up.
I see every time he touches the ball, I hear that he was the
Devin
number one.
Hester.
He was the jeez. Old school.
Like 10 years too late. Andy.
Reggie Bush.
He was the MVP of the XFL, if that was what it was called.
The number one player does not fit that description.
Okay.
I don't even know who returns.
So
Yeah, I don't know who returns
I
kicks.
know.
most.
Well, I know. Well, Raymond Calais was doing it, but for the Rams, but he got injured.
So this is a person. The number one player in kick return yards actually just became kind of relevant in fantasy because they're having to fill in as a running back.
Does he play for?
He played for the Falcons.
Does he play for Indianapolis?
No,
Oh, because I just
but
picked
there
him up
are
and I got
several
real excited.
players. There are several highly skilled position players on this list whose names you would recognize.
They're not sending Tyreek Hill out there.
Tyreek Hill is not on the list.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Jeez.
They're not going to risk like
Uh,
Stephon Diggs and like
No.
Justin Jefferson.
I'll tell
I don't
you.
think-
I'll give you the
I
team.
don't think Christian
Number one-
McCaffrey returns kicks.
The number one player, the team they play for, is the Kansas City Chiefs.
Juju.
Mecole Hardman?
Neither of
He's
those.
a running back.
I have no idea. It's
Oh,
not.
is it that guy that just started last week over Clyde?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know his name. Isaiah something.
Yes.
Isaiah
I
Crowell.
don't- I don't know
We
his
got
last name.
we
Isaiah
got a
Crowell.
first name.
Isaiah Smith.
Half a
Isaiah
point.
Pacheco is his name,
Isaiah Thomas.
Okay.
and he is far and away the number one.
Sport, Andy.
Sorry.
A few other players on this list are Ray McLeod from San Francisco. He's a high usage punt returner and kick returner.
Interesting.
DeAndre Carter with the Chargers. Braxton Berrios with the Jets. Devin Duvernay with the Baltimore Ravens. He's number 7. And
You gotta say it right, Joey.
what?
Duvernay.
Do is how we say to the stadium. So that's
Thank
all
I wasn't sure you were talking about because you didn't say it right. So
Yeah.
now I know.
No,
That was
we
good.
don't know.
Those were hard. Whew.
Yeah,
Those
that's
are rough.
tough.
Those were tough. Yeah.
You made my brain hurt.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have known that if I didn't have Clyde on my team and saw he was not getting the start because of that guy.
Is
Only
that
then.
because of just talent, or is Clyde hurt?
No, I think it was like a surprise.
Interesting.
Like
It's because he's
Clyde
on
was doing
Tim's team.
decent.
Tim's
I
had a
guess so.
rough week in fantasy.
Well, we'll
Not
get
this
there
week.
soon. So
Or
last segment for the members of the pod is Aaron's parlay for pain.
I would like to start off by saying Andy's bets, none of them hit. I mean, it was
You're welcome, Aaron.
start to finish, just
You're gonna like
Like-
my bet this week, though. Don't
Oh,
worry.
like
gosh.
like literally everyone I was watching, I was like, no. I mean, mine didn't hit either.
I was also, to be fair,
Mine hit.
I was in excruciating pain when I was picking those teams.
fair. That's very fair.
We didn't really look ahead of time the last week.
Yeah.
We didn't.
I kind
But,
of came prepared this week.
But yes, parlay for pain was did not
No
go
pain?
well. No pain, absolutely not. But going over our locks last week while we're talking about the betting, I took Joey with +9, and once again, Joey's team let everyone down.
I don't know how many times I have to lose for this to
I don't know. I took
convince-
Joey last week and it worked.
You didn't take Joey.
Like, it was my lock 2 weeks ago.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Yeah,
I was
2
about to
weeks
say,
ago.
like, it's like you took
I
yourself.
learned. I made my mistakes early in the season with Joey's team.
Yes.
I make my
let's see.
mistakes every week in the season.
There we go.
Well, we can get to it once we go over the recap. Sorry about your
Yeah.
luck, Joey. But I took Joey with +9. I lost. Tim took Tim, and Tim covered with -13. And
With the
Andy
player
took
out.
me. Andy took me with -1.5, and it did not go according to plan. So our grand total so far for the
Oh.
season is Andy is 3-7. I am 7-3. Tim, you are 6-5, above that 500 mark, my friend. Congratulations. And Joey, statistically, the best percentage of 3-1.
Very nice, Joey.
Thank you.
You may not be
It's still-
winning your
it's still
fantasy
early.
games, but you're winning your picks.
I'm at the top of the standings.
For this one, you
Yeah,
in fact
And not
are.
just in the amount
I
of
love it.
losses you have. But my parlay for pain, my 2 bets this week are going to be UT plus 8.5, and my kind of risky one is I'm taking LSU money line.
Ooh, what's that at?
The money line is like plus 309.
Okay.
Dang.
So, and
Well,
then we each
I guess-
give you a bet, right?
I guess
Yeah,
I have to
you-
find a new bet because I was picking Tennessee.
Okay. I'll go. Aaron, I was surprised he didn't pick this. So, as
Let's
we
go.
know, Thursday, what's it Thursday? Friday, a video game came out. I'm already like a level 46. What's up?
Oh,
And so there is one quarterback that has not done well since is released. And they're playing at home, which he has also not been doing well at home, except for when he absolutely blew out the Saints. So I'm not taking Kyler Murray because he is going to not do well. I am taking Seahawks money line,
Seahawks money line. All right.
which I think they're only like 2-point dogs. So it's
Yeah, they are.
Gino's been having an incredible year. He's going to get a big contract.
Gino's
after this
doing
year.
well. Kyler's not going to be doing
Mhm.
well. I'm curious to see what level Kyler is. Haven't seen him in the lobbies yet.
All right, I'll give you a little out there one, since you took
Okay.
my Tennessee one that I was going to give you. Oh, and by the way, Andy, Tulane has one loss. By the way,
Ah, damn.
they're not undefeated.
Sorry.
I'm going to take
Garbage.
Northwestern to cover
Northwestern
against Ohio State.
What's I'm guessing it's like 33.
Ohio's a 38-point favorite.
Unreal.
Against
So
Northwestern, who is 1-7. So I think Northwestern's going to cover. They're only going to lose by like 30,
Ooh.
Northwestern's bad.
not quite 38.
They're really bad.
Are they going to let me bet on Northwestern because they're that bad?
So I'm
Well,
saying that's
if it's a
mine's out
spread,
there.
yeah.
Yeah, it is. Oh, yeah. You can't even the money line is locked. They're not letting anyone bet on that money line in that game.
Yeah, it's free money right there.
Yeah, exactly. All right. What is your bet, sir? Joy, you should be excited. Here in a couple of days, couple weeks, you'll be able to bet, sir.
Yes. Yes, I meant to talk about this the last time I was on the pod, and I'm so glad I get a chance to talk about this now, because Maryland, the state in which I reside and live and earn my income and spend all my time, is finally adopting the trend of online sports betting. They have a meeting on November 21st, which is the Monday before Thanksgiving. And it's supposed to be the committee meeting where they finally issue the 10 licenses that have been approved to the sports books, like FanDuel, BetMGM, BetRivers, all those people. They're finally going to get their licenses to operate. And ostensibly within a couple weeks after that, they should be online.
Ooh.
So I'm excited
Big
for
news.
this.
I'm gonna. Oh, I was gonna say, can I
please go ahead.
piggyback off here really quick? For the state of Ohio, ours is January 1st. They are opening online betting will be completely legal. So figuring out, getting my ducks in a row, which app I want to use.
I really like the
There you
FanDuel app. I've enjoyed
I do
using
too.
that one.
Yeah, that's
I do
what I
too.
use.
That's what I'm on right now.
May depend on who has a good sign-on bonus too.
Yes, that's an
I'll also
important
be a
one.
big-
And especially now, because like I've been a FanDuel customer before, so if I switch to a new sportsbook as a new customer, then I can get
Yeah.
that bonus. So
Mm.
They had a really good deal for the Super Bowl this past year.
They did.
Yeah. Only
Yeah, I
$250
got
bucks.
one of the free bets that I did once as like a promotional thing when one first opened was you could do a risk-free bet of up to $25 on a first basket bet for an NBA game. I don't know if you've ever done a first basket bet, but like usually they're like plus 1,000, plus 1,500.
Yeah.
So I
Wow.
was like, sure, whatever, and it hit,
Oh,
and I was like,
yes.
Nice.
I'm just gonna take my several $100s and walk away. Thank you very much. So,
That's
Very nice.
They didn't make you like have to where you have to like spend that much before you can.
Well,
Oh,
you
like
have to
was terrible.
use it on other bets. So as
Yeah.
long as if you can like make safe bets other way, then you can get the money out.
Yeah.
I'll see the FanDuel one was you could cash out. It was
Dang.
basically like you do like
Ooh,
I think it
that's
was
nice.
like $10 bet on like the winner of the Super Bowl. And if it hits, you get $250.
Nice.
So
Dang,
Free
that's a
money.
good one.
me and Katarina, we both signed up, did it, and we each picked. I picked Bengals, she picked Rams, so we were guaranteed to win.
Perfect.
Nice.
Nice.
That's awesome. So you just gained like
Yeah.
a quick like $240. Well, $230.
Yep.
Easy. Wow.
Yeah,
I like that.
easy money.
Thank you very much.
Well,
Wow.
I'm gonna have to edit this part out so FanDuel doesn't see that. So
Well, I have a pick for betting this weekend.
Okay. All right.
I was looking at the lines in the top 25. And the one that I think is most intriguing is Oklahoma State +1 against Kansas. Kansas is a 1-point favorite at home, taking on number 18 Oklahoma State. And I will gladly take points away from Kansas in a bet. So please, yes.
Oklahoma State to cover.
Oklahoma State to cover +1.
Oklahoma State's gonna be pissed off this week.
Yeah.
oh yeah.
45-0
Yeah.
against the other Kansas team.
Yeah, they're not going to let that happen.
No, not at all.
And there's a second bet I like too. I don't know if you want to add to the list, but another one that I do like.
Why not?
Penn State is playing at Indiana, and Penn State is -14. So I would bet on Penn State to cover -14 against.
All right, let's do it.
Indiana is not good this year.
Yeah, not good. 1-4 in their division.
Wow. Alrighty. So what, Aaron? What does that put us at odds wise?
Yeah.
Let me find the Penn game, and I will tell you. Penn State to cover. All right. So it gives us at plus 13,061.
Oh. So you'd win $1,300.
I would win if I bet $5, which I'm going to bet.
Oh yeah.
Oh, sorry, I thought you were
$653.
doing 10. Sorry.
Oh no.
Just five.
Just five. $5. I win $653, and I will gladly eat any chip at that point.
I love
We'll
it.
see if Andy lets you down again this week.
No chance.
I'm gonna say that's a pretty safe one. The
No,
one I'm
I
most
think-
worried about is LSU money line. That's the
Oh, I was
one
gonna
that
say
I'm like,
That's your out there
Northwestern
one.
But yeah, anything's
it.
possible. We've seen the way Alabama's looked against Texas and Texas A&M.
I love
Yeah.
it.
Anything's possible.
So,
absolutely.
well, we're a little behind schedule, but that's fine.
as we always are.
So, as we always are. So, as again, this time I will mention, it looks like Bly's back down to 10. He did move up to 9 earlier this week, but he's back down to 10. Don't know what happened. I guess whatever. So sorry, Bly. You had us in the first half. I will. Funny note: all the top 3 teams have drastically dropped, and everyone else outside of Bly is moving on up. So that's depressing. So on to week 8 scores. That's week 9. So we're just gonna start. We're gonna get it going here.
Let's do it to it.
The one time he wants to start with him.
Wow. Is this what winning feels like?
Let me just say.
Shut your
Let me
mouth.
just say. This was what a week for the teams that won this week because their offenses went off.
Yeah.
We had some high scoring teams this week.
We definitely did. And shout out even Bly too. 2 possibly the lowest scoring teams I think in the league right now absolutely went off. I'm just gonna also ESPN, if you get rid of this, please. It's annoying. Yeah, I was a little worried at first because Christian Kirk was my London game, and he that's projections, I believe, and he only got me 7. So I was like, oh, well, here we go again. So even had a couple bench players they did fine too. So yeah, shout out my roster. Joey had another decent week, within I think it was above his prediction. So he did above what he was projected.
I'm doing everything I can.
No, you're not. Your defense isn't playing well. You're giving up too many points, Joey.
Yeah, man. I just need to get out there and work harder on defense.
Defense wins championships.
Start cold calling my opponents at 3:30 in the morning just to get them off their game.
Go a little Lawrence Taylor, sending them hookers to their hotel rooms the night before the game.
I love that. Yes. I like that idea.
Dedicated to win his fantasy league.
Andy, I bought this camping trip for you to go in the woods so you get to set your lineups.
Would be very kind of you. But man, I was just too happy, So I do, Joey. I feel bad for you. You just can't catch a break.
You don't feel bad.
It's gotta come one of these days.
It's just not gonna happen. The
more we talk about it,
I'm content scoring 130 130, 140 points each week to the rest of the season until I lose forever. I'm content. Yeah.
The
go
more we
Mike.
talk about it, the less likely it's going to happen. Watch, the 1 week we just don't talk about it, he's going to win.
Yep. So we keep talking about it.
0 points for my kicker. Daniel
Yeah.
Carlson. The
I
number
think
one
that's
kicker
what
in the
got
league
you
got
in.
me 0
I mean,
Wow.
I think that's kind of how you feel if you started any Raiders players this
I
week.
know. Also,
Yeah.
I'm back to I know Joey gave me flack for this a couple weeks ago about the head coaching. I still got someone dropped the Eagles head coach, so which actually that's not kind of stressing me out right now, but I'll take the easy points a little bit there. So wow, what a good game. So that was the first high scoring game.
Great game.
On to the
Congrats.
next high scoring game. We
Yeah,
had
unfortunate. It's all it is.
Aaron.
It's unfortunate.
Aaron's taking a fall.
Aaron.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
have.
man.
What'd you
what's
start? You
going
started off
on?
what 4-0, 3-1, something like that.
I think it was 4-0.
I don't know. I don't think you've lost 4 games in a row, have you?
No, I'm pretty sure it
No,
was 3-1.
Yeah, and then I lost 2 in a row, or I lost one, won one, lost
Yeah.
one.
Something like that.
Yeah, and now I've lost 2 in a row. But to be fair, though, if you look at freaking John Mack's players, they came to play last week.
They did.
Yeah.
Shout out John
mainly
Mack.
Derrick Henry. Derrick
Tua.
Henry and Tua.
Derrick
God.
Henry and Tua, yeah.
Nick Chubb has been such a workhorse this season too.
I know. Who thought? I still am
it's-
surprised by that. Everyone thought he was going to be down this year for some reason.
Well,
But
I feel like that's what people feel with Saquon. I mean, he's
Yeah.
turning out looking like rookie Saquon.
there he is.
Yeah.
He didn't even need help from Devonta and Mark Andrews. Is Mark Andrews? I know. Didn't he get injured?
No. I think he was
Oh, I
injured
thought-
a couple weeks ago.
Maybe it
Lately,
was a
he's
couple
just
weeks ago.
not been doing well.
Then you
I
got
like the
Jim
one
in the rough
Ravens
and
fan
Kenda.
didn't even answer.
So
Still not
Yeah,
answered.
Yeah, still nothing. But
Joey.
What's up?
Oh, you okay? You there?
Yeah, I'm here. What's up?
Oh, we were asking
We're
a
talking-
question.
we
You're a
were talking
Ravens
about
fan?
No.
so we were talking about Ravens people, and then just blatant just
No texting and potting, Joey. Come on.
only gambling and potting. Come on now.
Only
Fair.
gambling and potting. No texting and potting. So, yeah, wow. I guess that was the highest scoring game. No? No, I think mine was.
No. Yeah, you are.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
Humble
Yeah,
brag.
190 was the highest.
sorry,
Yes,
no, I genuinely
just
thought.
another way for Andy to brag on himself.
Yeah, which one was
That's-
the highest? I don't know.
Oh, so sorry,
strange.
guys.
Huh.
Who scored? I wonder who scored the most points this week.
Let's all take a vote now for none of us to vote for Andy as team of the week.
That's what
Oh,
I'm talking about. Democracy at its finest.
that's fine. Go ahead. Uh-oh. I don't know how to work PowerPoint. So that was a wild game. Is this
This
not
one.
one?
It's not.
Okay. Well, it doesn't want to do its thing, so we're just gonna.
You can just minimize it at this point.
Yeah,
I mean,
I don't want the world to see my desktop. So, oh, gosh.
We're doing
Okay.
great, guys. There you go.
Okay. Well, that was a. Aaron, sorry for your loss. You're gonna come back. You're gonna turn things around here.
It's all about the playoffs. Me and Joey in the championships.
Yeah. Speaking of, man, Jacob taking a pretty hard fall. I think he's been struggling the last couple weeks. He got hot for a minute. Now I feel like he's in the freezer now. Shout out Bly
congrats to
though.
Bly. Yeah.
Big win.
Huge.
His highest scoring
Having Dak back I was about to time my words there. Definitely helped. He didn't have to start Russell Wilson.
Oh God.
and
Ooh.
Tony Pollard. Hello.
Yeah, Tony Pollard is.
I mean,
So curious to
geez.
see when he takes over for Zeke. It's got to be a matter
I'm
of
just
time.
glad that the Cowboys are on a bye this week because I play Bly
Right.
this week.
I know, man. Jonathan Taylor, though, is he the biggest bust of the year?
Well,
Yeah,
dude, that
I'd
whole
have to say
team is the
so
biggest.
far.
Like the
The
Indianapolis
Colts,
Colts are the
yes, have been
biggest
a bust
bust.
as a whole.
Yeah, they did have high hopes. I mean, he was like the consensus #1 player, and
Oh, and it wasn't
he
even
has not
close.
been.
I feel
I
like,
did
yeah.
not expect Matt Ryan to not make it through the season. I didn't expect that.
You know, it's
I don't know who is their
it's rough
backup.
for Colts fans.
Sam Erlinger,
Uh,
Texas.
Some
Oh,
okay,
that's
let's-
right.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. There we go again. Um. So wow, yeah, and then Jacob. Oh, Jacob.
Sad.
Devontae Adams
Rough.
struggling didn't help. Gosh, DK. I mean, even Olave had a down week a little bit. Yeah, it was just down for Jacob. Maybe start. I'm saying you should go DK instead of probably Deontay Johnson.
Or
for
Devontae
it.
Adams.
He's been hit or miss. I can't remember. I feel like whatever. I don't know. Jacob, turn it around, buddy. At least he
Yeah,
didn't.
Come on, Jacob.
So
Do
yeah,
better.
come on. Let's be better. Speaking of also not good, Trent also struggled.
Yikes, 82.
This one was bad.
Trent also one of the ones off to a hot start of the year. Now I think he's kind of flattened out, plateaued a little bit there. And then Jim still
Jim.
riding strong. He's being quiet over there.
I think he's got the longest win streak right now in the division in the
And
league.
he's sitting mighty
5
quiet
games.
at 6-2. I notice you. We see you, Jim, sitting in the all quiet in the group chat, not saying anything.
Yeah.
So we know what's going on. So shout out Jim, definitely big win. Joe Burrow doing his thing as usual. A little bit of a, even though they lost to the Browns, still he can't beat the Browns to save his life. DJ Moore though, the
Yeah,
traveling
I want
man.
to say, Andy and Aaron, are y'all a little upset now that you traded DJ Moore?
Not at all.
No.
2 really
not
good
at
weeks
all.
in a row.
Not
No,
at all.
Not at all.
Who did I?
You could have
let's see,
used
who
that
did
this week, Aaron.
Yeah, you could have.
Hey, you know what?
He would have
If-
single-handedly would have won you the game.
I'm still upset he took his helmet off and lost his team. Made his team
Oh.
lose the
Yeah,
game.
that
Yeah.
was
Aaron, who did you give me for him?
Swift.
Yeah, but say it was Swift.
That's right.
Swift, and you gave me someone else.
Yes.
They're
yeah,
no
I
longer on my team, just so you don't understand. Whoever they
So
were is
you
no
basically-
longer on my team.
You basically got nothing out of the trade.
Yeah. Yeah,
I had
and who did you?
No, I
Go
got
ahead.
cannon fodder for whoever I
That's
traded
true. When,
with.
when you traded DJ Moore, are those guys
yeah.
still on your team?
Couldn't tell you, dude. My
God,
roster.
who did-
I probably did 20 transactions within the last week.
Just go click on DJ Moore and we can see who. I think it shows
Yeah.
who he was traded for.
We don't need to see all my bad mistakes.
That's fine.
I want to hold on. So what did he do?
I think
I'm
we had
just curious to see
justified
what he-
reasons to trade him.
I mean,
that's for
yeah,
the-
yeah,
because he was terrible.
yeah. He was. It's just the past 2 weeks that he's been like
Yeah.
really good.
All right. So. Okay, so I traded him. I drafted him in the 3rd round, and I traded him for. I gave him an Elijah Mitchell to get DeAndre
And
Swift.
DJ.
Oh, then neither of those people are on my team anymore.
Yes. Well, if the 49ers didn't get McCaffrey, I would have picked Elijah. And then you gave up, Gabe Davis.
So you got Singletary. for
Yeah,
him.
and
Yeah.
yeah,
Singletary's been on my team. I still have him
Yeah,
for now.
he's been pretty good.
Singletary.
Okay. Wow. Yeah, it looks like Jim got a little. He got the late push by DJ there.
Oh.
Worked in his favor. So we'll see how the season progresses with that. I'm hoping things change. He goes back to normal. DJ.
Just like
so.
calm it down.
Then, if it's like week 15 and he's still putting up numbers like this, then I'm going to be very salty at myself. So, Wow. Well, congrats, Jim. Another big win, 6-2. Trent, hopefully we bounce back, get back to the above 500 mark there for you. Brings us into the last game. Big win by our other first place team right now.
Biggest
I don't
margin
like
of
that
victory
smirk.
this
I
week,
didn't
right?
like that smirk you were just making, Tim. You're like, yeah, I'm not.
Biggest margin of victory.
I guess.
81 points.
I guess, man.
But who's counting?
And I had a player who didn't even play last week, but there's
Unreal.
Unreal.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, no. Devin finally fell off his mighty horse there.
Dude.
So he is
Had to
now
have
at 6-2.
all good things come to an end eventually.
Also, how wild is it that we have 3 6-2 teams in the league right now? I feel like that's
pretty
not
rare.
common.
So,
Usually, you only have like one, maybe two of those.
Wow.
Yeah. We've got 3.
It helps when you have an 0-8 team.
Yeah, but say also we have 3, 3, and 5 teams. Ooh.
I'm just over here hoarding
Shots
all
fired.
the L's. Give me all your L's.
Hey,
it always comes
Receipts.
back to Joey.
Keep the receipts. Keep the receipts, Joey.
Yeah. Just wait till you play me in the first round of the playoffs, Joey.
Yeah, and you win 167 to 128. Like, come on.
No, more like 167 to 166.
Well, that I would live for that podcast. I would just pop me a bowl of popcorn.
If I go 0-14 and then my first game in the playoffs I lose by 1 point, I might cry. I might literally cry.
Well, I'll make sure we live record that.
Oh yeah.
So save the tears for Thursday night.
We'll record our podcast during the games as Joey is losing.
Both players are on the Monday game.
Yeah.
That would be fun.
I'll do it. I'll do it.
That'd be a great time. So yeah, good job, Tim.
Thanks.
Scoring second most points of the week. And then Devin, a little bit of is Trevor Lawrence kind of slipping again? Is he? I feel like he hasn't been doing much last couple of weeks. Or is it?
He's been having some turnover problems. I feel like
He's got them small hands.
Small, can be successful with small hands in the NFL. It's a proven fact.
That's Kenny Pickett.
Joe Burrow too, and Allen. So
I think he's pretty successful.
Hasn't won a Super Bowl.
I mean, neither did Dan Marino. So
better than a lot of quarterbacks can say. At least they've been.
That's fair. I've won quite a few Super Bowls on a video game.
I was just saying, I don't think that's true.
Controller off.
So
interesting.
And well, so that was our week 8. So congrats to all the winners. Congrats to all the losers. Everyone, as long as you had fun, we had fun. Brings us on to our standings.
Did they all have fun?
I'd say so. So brings us, check it. Oh, the East, man. This is getting exciting. This right here. Top 2 6-2 teams and a 5-3 team. That's going to be wild. Looks like the West is pretty much it's Tim's to lose now.
Garbage.
Starting to heat up. Yeah. Starting to heat up for these, 2 through 5. It's one game.
It's like I'm playing an NFC South here.
Right.
So, except you have a winning record.
Except there's one good team.
Yeah. So, some close races. It's close in the West on the bottom half and close in the East on the top half. So, curious to see where it goes. Sorry, I don't know why I'm laughing. But
expert analysis there, man.
Hey, ESPN should hire me. I know. And he takes it, and boom goes dynamite. Wow. Okay. So points forced. Jim leading the way. He's really turning around. John Mack, come on, Tim. You're not. Were you in first last week?
No, I was in fifth last week.
Oh, you were?
Jumped up.
Okay.
Wow.
So And then looks like Deshaun's groping arm finally got above that 900 mark, as did myself, which is always nice. So I no longer am not the worst. I don't think I always was, but we're getting there.
It's always been
Baby
polite.
steps. Baby steps till I get to, I'm just trying to go 1 week at a time. I'm not trying to look at the long picture, decide just go and take it week by week. But yeah, let's see here. So lead us 2 points allowed. Crazy that Bly still has fewest points allowed, but he just, man, the points.
I mean, I'll
So
say
bad.
what I said in the group chat. His offense is a little suspect.
It is a little sus. Indeed, as the youths say. Then shout out Aaron.
I mean,
you got
is he the only one that
John
has?
Mack.
I think he's the only one that has less. Oh no, and you, Andy, has less points for than points against.
Like
that's a
me
lot
and
of
like Bly myself.
Yeah, there's a few people down at the bottom have less as well.
I was going to say,
Yeah.
Tim.
I was looking at it now. It's hard to see on my screen.
Uh-huh.
So
He's blind.
Here.
He's old. It's fun.
Only 4 of them.
here, is that better?
Oh,
Yeah.
gosh.
I can
Can
see
you-
now. Thanks.
My
Aggressive.
pleasure.
Thanks.
Too much. Too much.
So. Oh gosh. Oh gosh.
Oh,
Oh
Oh,
gosh.
sorry, I messed
Oh,
everything
God,
up.
we-
Sorry,
Oh
Andy.
gosh. Oh gosh.
Get glasses.
Oh
Take
gosh.
glasses.
All right. So wow. Yeah. Standings. Yeah. It looks like these teams are all doing well. Kind of interesting there. Right here, I think all except Aaron. Aaron's sliding.
Yep, it's pretty bad.
Second in points allowed, but you're
People
not
just been
even
having
in
a
the
lot of
top
good
three.
weeks.
That's
They've been
fair.
having good weeks.
Now maybe
Sounds
Aaron's
like
starting
an
to get the bad
excuse.
luck draw there. So maybe Joey, maybe Aaron's starting to take some of that bad juju from you, and taking it for himself, and then he's going to give you what he had earlier in the year.
Do you see how many points have been scored against me? 1,215. There is no singular team in the league that has scored as many points as who's ever playing their Super Bowl that week happens to be lining up against me.
It's because we remember back in 18, 17 when you won. We remember that, and we still take it to heart.
I'm
Jim-
still paying for that, is what you're saying?
Jim is close to 1,200 points.
Yeah, Jim is not far off.
He's only 6 points away.
It's
But-
like the gap between the bottom and the top there, like
It's pretty bad.
300, almost 300 points. That's like 2 full games just
Yeah.
sprinkled against me somewhere on the schedule.
I mean, I will say,
But yeah, Bly's
Jacob-
not doing that much better than you.
yeah,
But Bly does have a win.
He has 2.
Ooh.
Yeah.
He does have 2.
I mean, Bly's almost. He might
3
not even
actually,
be
sorry,
last
3
in the
wins.
standings.
Oh right, home and
So
away. Free.
it's Bly might be he might be an 8 seed right now. We'll see. I could check that in a minute.
It's 9. See the rankings.
I could. Yeah. Sorry. I didn't know what it was going off of because I was going to look at the projected playoffs thing. Whatever.
I mean, that's
Sorry.
still how it's
So,
seeded.
yeah.
Who's
So,
who's
I mean,
leading
all
the league in transactions? This
so
always-
transactions.
Yeah, let's see.
Did you?
It's always a fun stat line.
Uh-oh. Devin's still making moves. Who
Yeah,
is
come on,
caught-
Andy,
and then,
step it up.
And then Jacob's making moves.
Well,
And
Jim's down
then
there making moves. He's up
speaking
to
of making
4.
moves, I
I'm
was
trying
so
to make
jealous.
moves, man. I'm trying.
I was so jealous, Tim. You got Lazard. I wanted him
I
so
was
bad.
shocked. I was like,
You must. Did you get anything on the Wednesday morning waivers or no?
I'm trying to think. Yeah, I got the Ravens defense. I picked him back up.
Because I got 2 players, so that means I was moved back, and I guess maybe some others. So I don't know, but I definitely put in a claim for him.
Yeah, I put one in Wednesday when I saw he was dropped. I was like,
Yeah.
I mean, worth a
Ah,
shot.
I was
Considering
salty.
now Michael Thomas is out
Yep.
for the year. Rashad Bateman's out for the year. So I was like, bye.
Yeah.
Michael Thomas.
So I'm jealous of that there for
We
you.
won't talk
So
about that.
congrats on that. Yeah, trade Michael Thomas, please, or cut him. Honestly, at this point, just cut him. Just eat the money at this point, please.
I mean, what team's going to trade for him at this point?
I don't know.
A team traded for Calvin Ridley, who was suspended for gambling on NFL.
Yeah, but he's at
but
least healthy.
At least he's played in the last 3 years.
Yeah, he's at least
Michael
healthy.
Thomas has
At this
played,
point,
what,
I'll
2
take
games the past 3 years?
I'll take a 7th round pick for him. Why not? At this point,
Hey, we drafted Marcus Colston with a 7th round pick.
that's true. So
Fair.
let's just go to the projected playoffs. See what we're looking at right now. So, all right.
Oh, I'm already losing.
I don't like that though, of me and Joey right next to
I
each other
love it.
in the playoffs.
Nice little 2 versus. I like it. I like
Alright.
it. That gives
Oh.
Joey some hope.
Does
Andy,
this
are
seem
we
like a
next to each
familiar
other?
position, Tim?
I don't like it. I mean, the
That
only thing
would-
different is that
No,
that year
okay.
I was the number 1 seed, not number 2. So
Uh,
maybe it'd be
But
different
I
this
think
time.
Joey that year I think was a 9, right? You were an 8 or 9.
I think I was 9. Yeah.
So still the same difference in seeding.
Yeah, but it's not gonna happen again.
You
Yeah,
know.
because the 9, right? The 9 is on the other side of the bracket, right? It's
Yeah,
8
the
versus
9 plays
yeah.
the 1 seed.
So you know what they always say: history always repeats itself. I always beat Aaron in the playoffs, and that's why Joey's about to beat Tim in the playoffs.
I gotta win the
Yeah,
first game
yeah.
first.
Yeah, no, right.
Doesn't matter. You're just saving for the playoffs. You're resting.
That-
You're doing what the
Uh-huh.
NBA does.
Davis Mills has 9 completions for 99 yards and 2 touchdowns.
He's hot.
So
That's not too bad.
absolutely wild. So leads us into our one of the last segments here is we got our week 9 game lines. So these are, I think, drastically going to change. I know there's some teams that haven't set their lineups yet, but we'll see. Maybe they do, maybe they don't.
I mean, it looks like they've all set their lineups.
I don't think Trent has. Has he?
Trent's team has been doing real bad.
Let's see. Come on, Trent Daddy. I know it's marching band season, but fantasy football takes priority.
No, he
Well,
has set his lineup. They're just bad.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, if
Gotcha. Alrighty. Well, who wants to go first? Usually I'll pick who goes first, but someone go first.
I'll go first.
Okay.
I am gonna go.
I should
I
probably.
think Devin's gonna have a comeback this week. So Devin's gonna cover versus Joey.
Wow. You just went full switch right there. Wow.
he said, none of us ever win when we pick Joey, so we'll just pick against him.
You know what? Now I have to win my first game this week. Now I have to.
You do. You have to win.
Dog.
We got a special guest on the show, just his ears. But Joey, I'm picking you. I'm going Joey. I feel good. Devin,
Every week
Devin?
someone's gonna pick Joey because we all want to be that one that picked Joey when he got his first win.
I'm already dead last in the standings, so why not make it worse? I feel good. I think Devin's teams finally come back to reality, and I still believe in Joey's team. It's just he's
I
just
don't.
had bad luck, and it's not Joey's fault at all.
Some of it's been my fault. I lost.
No.
If I had played David Montgomery against Tim, I would have won.
Well, out of the
Coulda,
other weeks, it's not your fault. So I'm going Joey though. I still believe in him. So I hope you lose,
Solid.
Devin.
Solid. I'll go next. I'm gonna take Aaron to cover this week. He's gonna have a bounce back this week, and Jacob's team is still not been doing well recently. I think the trend is gonna continue.
I like that. I think that's a safe bet as well.
For my pick, I really like Tim to cover minus 22 points.
Ooh,
I almost
I
picked
like-
big
myself.
spread.
Although I will
Interesting.
say, Jalen's not playing that great tonight.
Also, I mean, are you a little
But-
nervous that Blythe put up 160 or whatever last week? You know, he did score some points.
Not at all
Who's
nervous.
projected this
Tim,
week?
if there's any
105.
if there's any team I trust to score points, it's Tim's team.
Again, the
Okay.
Cowboys are on a bye this week, so he has no deck.
Yeah.
Who's he starting? Let me see
Kirk
who he's starting.
Cousins is a pretty
He's
good pick.
starting Kirk Cousins. That's his
It's
quarterback.
not a primetime game,
I
too.
was gonna say it's not a prime time.
It's still
So-
Kirk Cousins though.
So, I think he'll Kirk Cousin will be serviceable. I think.
I don't think Deontay Foreman's gonna perform like he did last week for Carolina. And I almost
don't
picked
know.
myself, but not 2 weeks in a row.
Kind of. I think you should.
You know, I had to flip it around.
Okay, that's fair. So we'll see. I'm honestly, even though I'm also a big favorite, I'm not feeling confident about myself at all. So, but who knows? That would put me just one game away from 500. It's always around this time every year. I feel like I kind of do some weird, like, kind of push, not really, just to not make sure I don't get
What kind
last
of
place.
comments are these?
You know, it's just
Some kind of
observing.
push, not really.
I do a thing every year.
I do this thing where it gets me like a game or two under 500.
It works.
You know, Joey?
I can do this
Yeah.
thing to make myself less mediocre.
Yeah.
Yeah.
than
Every
I-
year I think about doing it and then I just don't.
Yeah.
Joey, maybe you need to think about doing that this year.
No, I'm pretty comfortable down here at the bottom. I think I'm just
Are
gonna
you?
win.
Are you comfortable?
No,
Oh.
it's terrible. I feel the crushing weight of everyone above me all the time.
Unreal. Wow.
Uh,
So what a time. And then we have our last news segment. I guess kind of the
I
second
remembered it
week,
this time.
but we have it in the rundown. Aaron, how are our Vanderbilt Lady Commodores bowling team doing?
Now,
How
the
was
Lady-
their tournament?
The Lady
Yeah, how was that
Commodores did.
tournament?
They did pretty well. They were in the championship bracket all the way till Sunday, but unfortunately, through some tough oil patterns and the lanes were a little rough in the front of the lane, Lady Commodores finished third.
What?
They finished
Hmm.
third, and
Is
the
this
team
Cummins'
that
fault?
no, Cummins did really well. Actually, she had her high games are 226 and 232, I do believe. But the team that took home the trophy for the second annual Dorsey Strong or Jersey, no, I probably said that wrong. The Strong Classic was Louisiana Tech.
Oh God.
No, I know, I know.
Tech.
All right.
So who got
Wow.
second?
Adelphi.
Where's
Oh, yeah.
that?
Yep, that was
Yeah,
my
that's-
pick.
Yeah, they're
That,
in New York.
that was my pick.
Adelphi
Adelphi
University.
University. Yep.
Wow.
All right.
Let's
So,
see.
Long Island's oldest university for master's and bachelor's degrees.
I'm curious to see their enrollment.
the truth shall make us free.
Around 7, not 8,000. Okay. Interesting.
10,000. Yeah.
But as long as Cummins, so Joey, so Cummins is my favorite. She's my favorite athlete.
What's her
on
first
the
name,
team.
Andy?
I couldn't tell you.
That's so terrible.
It's Cummins. Can't come in or can't come out.
No, Andy, no. No.
Things that we're
Sorry.
going to have to remove out of.
No.
So now Andy has to edit out the FanDuel thing and this.
Her
You got a
name
lot of
is
work
Ma-
tonight, Andy.
her name is Mabel.
I'm sorry. Mabel Cummins. Whew, I love it.
You're gonna have to
Alright.
just like this last 20 minutes. You're gonna have to just delete out.
We're gonna lose some subscribers this week, guys.
I'm okay with it. So I guess I should start pulling up the stats. We're gonna
You
have to
should.
one
Be
day.
ready.
You're gonna have to help give us a breakdown of what this is. We'll have to abbreviate all our other segments so we could learn what this is.
Yes.
Oh, that's good. I mean, I can, but
We'll
that's
have to-
gonna be a whole. That's gonna be a whole different thing. I got to teach
We'll
you
have to
about
take
big-
away time from our fantasy talk just to talk about this.
Well,
That's
this
We'll
literally
do just-
fantasy talk. Just to
We'll
get
do a
the bowling.
bonus episode of just Vanderbilt women's bowling
We'll do that on Fridays and
Fridays. So
only
I mean,
Vanderbilt bowling.
we'll do it. We'll do
That's
like
it.
December during that because I'll be off second half of December. Tim probably will be too. I'm assuming with school, and then
Well, and a child,
and a youth. Yes, a youth.
a youth.
A youth.
How
So-
long, Tim?
Yeah. T minus.
Probably within 3 weeks.
Oh, are you
That's
ready?
so soon.
So are you gonna
No.
do the podcast from the hospital room, or like what's going on?
Yeah.
I don't know. We're gonna do a podcast on Thanksgiving.
Oh,
Oh, that's. Oh, I
It's-
forgot. Yeah, we're gonna have to figure that out. So
my
maybe we'll
fam
do
is
it
going to be
early.
over at my place, so I'm probably not going to be able to do it on Thanksgiving.
we'll have to. We'll
guessing-
video early. I'm guessing because
have
I'll be
to-
out of town.
I'll probably have to take off like 1 or 2 weeks from the pod.
Excuses.
Sorry.
Oh, so it looks like Mabel is the best one on the team.
Yeah, she's an
Of
All-American.
course she is.
That a girl. She's coming to win them
No, she's
that
Cummins.
championship. She's Cummins to win that national championship. So, I love it. So,
I'm
and
glad,
then
I'm glad I don't have social media attached to this thing. I don't want to get hate mail from the.
oh, I share it on my Twitter.
Okay.
But I don't get any likes on my tweets, so it doesn't matter. Actually, I did get like 100, maybe no, quite a few likes. I commented on a Barstool thing, and got quite a few likes.
Are you telling us that, Andrew? You're telling
Quite
us
a
that the
few,
time you
like
tweeted and
7.
people liked it? Is that what you're telling us?
the one time? It doesn't happen very often, so I just commented. It was like a video of Tennessee with the lights off and how they had the T lit for the marching band and then the fireworks and all that stuff. And I was like, when Tennessee's good, they might be the best game day atmosphere. And a lot of people liked it. So
Congratulations,
Nice.
Andy.
Got like
Thanks.
the whole 9 likes.
no, I got. Let's see.
Oh my God.
How much time are we gonna
Let's pull out the stat sheet, boys.
This is why we have
Bringing
2
out the
hours.
receipts. It's gonna be our longest episode of the
128.
series. There
Wow.
you go. Look at you.
Yeah, look at that. So, yeah. Well, Tim, what are your
Yep.
thoughts on this weekend for the Bama game versus LSU A&M?
You know, I'm just hoping it's better than the Tennessee game. Because, again, I'll be there. I'm going to the game. So I'm hoping I can cheer longer than just the first quarter.
Do you
Actually,
think there'll be more?
I couldn't even cheer
competitive?
that much in the Tennessee game because we fumbled the opening kickoff. So we were
Do you
already
think they'll?
playing
I
from
think they'll be
behind.
more competitive. They got to.
I hope so, but at the
It's
same
versus
time,
Alabama. So I
like,
mean,
LSU always plays Bama better on the road than they do at home.
Mhm.
Like the past 3 times Bama has played here, we've gotten blown out.
have they
Gotcha.
said what? Have they said what? How uniforms they're wearing for it?
I'm pretty sure it's just the standard uniforms. I don't think they're going to change anything up for this game.
The white
Not that I've
jersey
seen,
and
at
the yellow
least.
pants.
Yeah,
When
white
are they-
jerseys, gold.
LSU
helmets,
needs to
gold
come out with a
pads.
gold jersey. Bring that back.
They wore one not too long ago. against
Yeah.
Mississippi
Well,
State.
the mustard one.
Yeah.
I wasn't a fan of that one. They need to do like a yellow, like the color of their helmet.
I'm looking at
That'd be a-
one.
That'd be
I'm
a lot of
looking at-
yellow.
Someone who made one. It actually doesn't look that bad. It looks really good.
I think they're just. I know. Don't LSU fans have like some weird thing where they don't want to play in it because like I think the one time they did wear it,
Yeah,
like a
it's-
gold one, they got slaughtered.
LSU fans are very superstitious. My dad likes to tell the story of one year they wore purple pants for a game against
Or
like
maybe it was
Kentucky.
that one. Yeah.
And a long time ago, and they got destroyed, and they've never worn purple pants since then. So
Man, I think
you know,
that would be
LSU
a
just has a
sick
thing
look.
with uniforms. Like they're like
If
the
they
only
did purple
school that wears
pants,
white at home.
Yeah.
yeah.
And they're really superstitious about it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Man, I'm telling you, if they did the
Mhm.
white helmet, purple jersey, purple pants, that would be such a cool look.
With the gold accents. Yeah.
I don't think
Oh,
they'll ever do it, but
they never will, but that would be so cool. So, Joey, looks like we're getting a little bit of a teaser from your background. You get the double bonus because you also have a master's degree, so you get to talk about both your schools.
Yeah. So Florida State is playing against their bitter in-state rival Miami. Put those.
No, I was breaking the U over my
Okay,
head.
okay. I thought you were like no.
No, break the
Oh,
U,
wow.
man, like that one
Yeah.
guy did.
Well, no more turnover chain. So
I don't know. I think Cristobal's already broken the U.
Mhm.
Ooh. You lost to MTSU.
They never were back, even with Cristobal. So I
This game's
think
gonna
Florida
be
State's gonna win.
this game's gonna be at
Me too.
Miami, but it's always
It's a
one
home
of
game
those
still.
games where like something crazy is gonna happen. Something totally so like a special teams touchdown or some like a 100-yard play called back for a penalty. Something crazy is gonna
Mhm.
happen. Absolutely in this game.
So does Florida State hate Florida more or Miami?
Good question.
I mean,
I've always wondered that.
Do they
I
play
don't
Miami
know.
every year? Like, are they in the same
Yeah.
division?
Well, they play both every year.
Okay. I didn't
They-
know if they were in the same division as Miami.
The Florida game is always the last one because
Yeah.
it's like a non-conference into season.
Yeah.
And I
I'd
don't know.
say
The Florida
Florida's
one,
their bigger rival.
it felt like Florida was like the brother they hate, but Miami was like that guy no one in their family talks to.
That makes sense.
Like Miami, like there's like a deep-rooted hatred of Miami. Yeah.
I like that.
And there's
All
there's
right.
like a total difference in culture in Florida too. But you've got like, and even UF to a certain extent is sort of in that northern half of Florida, Gainesville and the Panhandle, and then there's southern Florida, which is like a whole other state.
Very true. And then for your boomer,
I think it's OU Baylor this weekend, right?
It's gonna be a tough game.
You're the
Yeah,
OU
that's right.
fan.
I
Why
know.
are you asking us?
Baylor's having a little bit of a down year though, so I
Yeah,
think it's a
they started
winnable
strong,
game
but
Well, Oklahoma had had a big bounce back win, so hopefully they'll be riding the ship. I mean, it's been a heck of a season since the Texas blowout. All of us have just been like, what? It's just grasping for good things to hold on to. So
I will say, I mean, as far as even though Oklahoma's having I guess you could say down year, I feel like they've been handling it well. They're not like jumping off the ship like Texas would be, kind of thing.
no, they handled their business against a ranked
Yeah.
Kansas at home. Thank you for saving my bacon there with the hot chip.
You're
That would have been
welcome.
disastrous.
And then lastly, our Cajuns play the mighty Trojans of Troy. They're first in the Sun Belt.
Yeah,
Be
we're
nice if we
a
could get a win.
5.5 underdog, 5.5 point underdog.
Yeah, it'd be
Home
nice
or
if we could win. It's gonna
home or
be
away?
it's home. So here's the thing. There's not going to be a soul in that stadium because one, the team 60 miles down the road's playing, and I think it's supposed to rain. I believe that was the
Yes.
last weather update I heard.
That's supposed
So
to be,
if a drop of water hits Cajun Field, cut the attendance in half. UL fans are very finicky, and then having a team LSU A&M 60 miles down the road won't help. So. But if we do win, that'll be nice. We're pretty much out of the picture for winning the Sun Belt West. So our streak is over. But we're fighting for bowl eligibility now, so that's our thing.
And that's what's important.
That's what's important.
Did y'all see that Jeff Bezos is thinking of buying the Commanders?
What?
Interesting.
Yeah, I mean that's
Yeah, speaking of that,
he's
I
always
was hoping
wanted to.
He's
always wanted
he
it.
said considering partnering up with Jay-Z to buy them.
Jeez.
Interesting. I don't know. I guess we're not going to have any of that any leaked stuff to come out from the current Commanders owner.
Oh,
or he's gonna sell
would
and
have
then
loved
release it all.
Maybe. That would be wild. I don't know what they could have on our sweet Princess Gail, but
Well, the fact that they quietly said, "Oh, we're exploring options to sell a team," and then 12 hours later, the FBI was like, "By the way, we're investigating the Commanders for lying about it."
Yeah.
It's like, oh,
Exactly. And well, that about wraps up our week, I think. So we'll say Astros are winning right now. It is 2-1. So I'm gonna go have just an anxiety attack for probably the next 2 hours. So
and then we will see it on the group chat.
We sure will.
I've been pretty quiet about the Astros stuff because
Yeah,
I
that's
think
true.
I'm the only Astros fan in there. So we're kind of all over the board
I
with
feel like
baseball fans.
not so many people are watching this World Series unless you're an Astros or Phillies fan.
Yeah, correct.
So
Which is
it's
a shame
kinda-
because it's actually been a very entertaining World Series.
It's kind of just happening.
Yeah, it's a shame. It's a very entertaining one from
I
on
watched the
whether
first
both
game.
sides. So, yeah. Well, it was a pleasure. It was a long one, but whatever.
It's always
So-
fun, boys.
Always fun.
It is.
Fleur de League till next week.
Deuces.